What up, gang? It's your boy iJack Pips here with another live stream. I'm sorry for my tardiness. Unfortunately, I had a meeting with my realtor that I forgot about, and I had to go assist that. And now that I came back home, settled down, now I'm ready to go ahead and start the live stream. That was totally my bad. I definitely should have remembered that I had that meeting with my realtor, but at the same time, I forgot. So it happens. I will be nonetheless live trading tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. I will be getting on very early in the morning as well. Yeah. Today, US 30 has made two moves so far. One that has been a buy, one that has been a sell. We're currently in the sell. I'm currently waiting for it to hit over here and then maybe show that divergence and then buy it back up. And that would be the first signal of the day officially, since we weren't able to catch the buy and the sell. I did want to just quickly recap so that you guys can see over there, you know what I mean, how I would have been looking like from 7. So right around here, right around 7:20. That's 7:30. That's what I was possibly going to get on. So let's just run it back to 7:30 in the morning Eastern time. Okay, so here, right? Quite easy. 7 in the morning. That's more or less when we would start. Sometimes we can start, around 7:30. 7 to 7:30. That's the window of time to start, right? Everything else is just London session. I kind of don't trade London session because it's kind of wobbly, and nonetheless that it's wobbly, I don't really think that it moves that much pips in value. 73 pips from up to down, which isn't really like that crazy. All right, and again, for anyone just joining in, I'm sorry guys. I did have a meeting with my realtor, and I totally forgot. I did have it on my calendar, so when I woke up this morning, it gave me a notification on my calendar to go meet with my realtor in the morning, and so that's what I did. That was totally my bad. I definitely should have let you guys know beforehand instead of telling you guys that I'd be on early today. But at the same time, shit happens, guys. You know what I mean? It's the inevitable. I will be live trading though because I don't have anything for my meetings tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. And I am free, so I will be here early in the morning. Nonetheless, just trading for not only myself, but for you guys as well. Let me see. That makes better. All right, perfect. So, all right. So I wanted to recap US 30 very quick for everyone that kind of doesn't trade this and wanted to see the divergent strategy come to life. I still see another move happening with US 30, so don't get too discouraged. We're still live trading. We're still going to probably catch at least one entry. All right, so we're going to go ahead and execute our 4 steps. Let me bring the text over here so that everyone's able to read it and just be on point with everything. And I will be live trading next week as well. Almost every single day next week as well. So honestly, just stay consistent with the live streams and stuff like this, and you will go ahead and be able to make profit in these live streams. Just stick around, guys. Today was unfortunately a day I had to go and visit my realtor. I totally forgot about it, and I should have been more vocal about it. I should have remembered because I did have it written down on my Google calendars, but once I woke up the morning, it showed me a notification, so I got ready and went to go see the realtor. Trying to see for better houses around the Miami area. That would be very nice, especially now that we're upping in status. Want just a safer neighborhood and stuff like this, so I had to go ahead and go talk to the realtor today, which went well. We did find some locations, but at the same time, I was a little disappointed that I wasn't able to get online very early, but let's see what signals we can pump out. Let's go ahead and get right to it. So here I'm going to give you the examples of divergent strategy as well as it was today, right? So a live moment today is September 15, 2021. This is the day that we're in today, if you didn't know already. All right, so our indicator gave us divergence here from 649 to 714, 649-ish to 714. Let me go ahead and mark that up on the actual. What the fuck is happening? All right, so from 649 all the way down to over here. Awesome. So that was the divergence from 649 all the way to 715. This candle is the one that started, and then it continued, dragged on all the way over here. Okay. Now that we have the lowest trading candle, we would grab from the top of the resistance level, okay, so past previous resistance, to then draw a trend line. Unfortunately, that trend line, if we were to kind of close it up, just so that we can be able to fit it into the chart, you see how we're piercing through some candles, so we're not able to do that. All right, we have to wait it out a little bit longer. Let's continue to let it print. Oop, what happened here? It went a little bit lower. Open up your RSI and make sure that this new mountain does not surpass our old point of interest, which is at 11, okay? So let's go ahead and print it a little bit more. All right, starting to come back up. Let's go ahead and trail this now to the side, okay? And let's continue to wait. Let's see where the first red candle goes ahead and appears. All right, the first red candle seems to appear right here. Let's go ahead and just draw it on top of that wick. We're right on top of these candles, so it doesn't mean that we're piercing through any information. We're grabbing it from the last level of resistance, which is exactly the way that we would want it. Let's wait for it to pierce through and then completely go through the trend line to the upside. All right. All right, so far that still hasn't happened. Let me just extend the trend out a little bit longer. All right, we're still on fine divergence. This is still valid divergence. Why? Because this dip right here that just happened, okay, was in fact higher than our point of interest back here, okay? Point of interest back here where divergence started. This was that dip, but the dip went down to 26 instead of 11, so we're still good, okay? See how it went down to this level, but it didn't surpass our actual mountain all the way down here that started the divergence all the way up here. Okay, so boom, 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 green followed by red, trend line would have been too tight, green followed by red, trend line just right. Okay, let's go ahead and wait for it to break officially. It broke out officially, really tight with the trend line, 50% at the lowest trading candle that finalized the divergence, which is this candle right here. 50%, and that would have been our buy entries for this morning at around 8:16, 8:17. All right, so keynotes, guys, because I will be, all right, I will not be, right? I mean, today I was supposed to be online very early, but unfortunately, like I'm telling you guys, I did have that meeting with our realtor, so I had to choose that over the live trading. Unfortunately, I do have a personal life that does need catering to as well. Not only, you know what I mean, to you guys over there, but, you know, again, I did want to say I'm sorry. I did want to say that I will be live trading tomorrow and Friday. So that's pretty good. And as well next week. the full week of next week from the 20th to the 24th. Perhaps not on Tuesday though, because on Tuesday is my wife's birthday. So you know what I mean. Again, I have a personal life, guys. I can't just. I mean, I wish I could be on this shit like 24/7, but you know what I mean. Like I'm in, I'm out. So yeah. And some of my long calls are just like kind of swings, so I don't really have to pay attention too much to them. I just kind of let them ride. So yeah, it's either I'm in or I'm out, or I'm swinging it and I'm not really paying attention to it. So that's kind of the way I trade, which is great because it opens up a lot of time for your personal life. You know what I mean? If you have that significant other, you know, you kind of just don't want to be on the charts 24/7, 24/7, and then not catering to your partners as well as you know what I mean? I take care of the home. I cook. I do a bunch of shit, to be honest. So yeah, I do need time during my days. If not, I would be behind on a lot of shit. So trading this way really does help out. Okay, so continuing on with this divergent strategy, enough of the reasoning behind why I didn't get online today as early as I wanted it to. But hey, we are here right now. So here we can see how price went ahead and dipped down. Okay, as long as price does not dip below our point of interest here at 11, if you go ahead and look through the crosshairs all the way to the right, you see that the RSI says the number 11. Okay, as long as this does not go down number 11, and I'll go ahead and draw it just as a visual representation. Even if it goes down to here, and here is 14, it's not actually 11, then you're good. Okay, then you're safe, you're still great, don't trip out. You're still in great traction. You're still in great traction to make some great money and as well to still have that buy section in, okay? As long as it does not dip below. Now, if it did dip below, then guess what? This is invalid. Now you have to wait for new divergence to happen over here to then take the buy to the upside. All right? So let's go ahead and see. Now, we do have an 80 pip stop loss. That's usually what we have for US 30 and every other pair. All right, so let's see if it touches our 80 pip stop loss here at advanced entry or even at a regular entry. All right, so around 34501, 34501, there we go. That would be our stop loss. All right, high volatile stop loss for US 30 because again, this pair really does move really crazy. So you wouldn't want to just have a 20 pip stop loss and continue to get stopped out your whole morning because that's just going to deteriorate your confidence in the market. Have a good ample stop loss for you to be able to handle any unexpected moves in the market and then be able to recover from that and be able to just snipe, 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 snipe and not have to worry about that. Let's open up our RSI. Do you see, ladies and gentlemen, how from all the way to the right, it says 22 on our RSI? Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. That continues the divergence. That started in an point of interest. That started at 11, which started at 6:50, 6:49 in the morning Eastern time, which was back here. Back here, it said, oh my God, I'm super oversold on the RSI, yet on the daily price action, nah, it wasn't done yet. We were able to go ahead and put in both of these entries with the stop loss down here at 34501. And what ended up happening, guys? So this, from a regular entry, went up 30 pips. All right, so it hit the 30 pip goal, okay? After it hits the 30 pip goal, what are we going to do? We're going to put our stop profit in 5 pips or at entry, all right, to protect your capital. I think this said, well, one of them say, like, protect your capital. Hold on. All right, so you will want to be protecting your capital when trading in the markets, guys. It's super important that you do, okay, and that you do not skip around these steps. 30 pips up, either you take profit at TP1, okay, once it hit 30 pips here at 34,611, you either take, okay, and again, these are examples. This is training for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Monday of next week, maybe Tuesday. I'm not quite sure yet because it is my wife's birthday. Then Wednesday the 22nd, Thursday the 23rd, which is a great number. and numerology, and the 24th Friday. Okay, so we will be trading the rest of September, guys, so don't get discouraged. We still have a lot of time to make a lot of money, and as well for you guys to learn the strategy and then take off by yourselves or join our premium to be together. Okay, so from our advanced entry that we grabbed from the lowest trading candle, 50%, it went ahead and dipped straight through. All right, activated it, and now it's up, went up a total of 50 pips. There's still more range to go to the upside. As you can see now, it's closing in on that 200 EMA, so let's see what ends up happening, okay? But just what I wanted to tell you was once it goes up to 50 pips, all right, and I think this is like, I think I should reverse these colors. This color is live, but this color is distracting. All right, so protect your capital right here. This one went up 50 pips from your advanced entry, so either put your stop profit at 10 pips or at entry. Again, if it for whatever reason, let me draw it out, it goes down like that, you just caught 15 pips. Yeah, it's half of 30, it's only $15 or $30 on a 0.02, all depending on what type of lot size you're drawing in. I would recommend you drop a 0.01 lot size on each of these, right? Every single time if you have an account of minimum $300 to $400. Okay, if you had an account of $200, you're cutting it a little close with the minimum that I would be comfortable with trading US30. But then again, with $200, it is absolutely possible to trade US30 and as well to be catching those 30-60, 30-60 pips. And within a week, you double your account all the way to $400, all right? It's kind of easy. I've done it before various times. But, you know, trading with higher capitals is a lot more fun because you get to see a higher number return at the end of the day. So let's go ahead and continue to see what happens here. Why? Because we're still kind of waiting for it to hit target profit here up in this band. Okay. And we already smacked this target profit area at oversold. Now we would want to be at overbought. Okay. So then we would look for a sell. Let me go ahead and change this color. Just to be as color coordinated as possible and for you guys to see, all right, we're looking for a buy, we're looking for a sell. This is something that I would do 2 months ago. It was called my training wheels. Okay, so we would go 50% piece. All right, so we're buying, we're holding, right? It's on the 50%. We're selling because it's overbought. Oversold over here, we're buying, overbought, we're selling, 50%, just kind of see what's happening. All right, let's stretch this out all the way to 1437 to be the end of the day. And these are the training wheels, okay? So, all right, so on the RSI, we can see how it just kind of died out from here and dipped back to the downside. That would either give you more entries, all right? So again, a second entry for you to go back to the upside, knowing that we just came from an oversold area and we want to buy it to hit the overbought area, okay? So with this being said, one of the price points went up and hit 40 pips, so 30 pips. It would have reversed, stopped you out at how much? 5 pips. You would have been 5 pips in profit. Here, it went up from this entry around 50 pips. You would have gone back down 10 pips or at entry. So it all depends on you. Either you get 15 pips or you just hit back at entry. Let's say that we caught the 15 pips. It also went down, okay? Did it go down past our point of interest 11? No, this is a higher low than this one, okay? So it's lowest low, higher low, higher low. It's literally just coiling up like a spring to then be able to shoot to the upside in great volume, all right? Now, it is right here, 9:30, so US session had just opened here at 9:30 and then straight through it. We would have re-entered this market and market sold to buy today at the open. So not only would we have caught 15 pips, but then we would have been able to just grab re-entries with minimum drawdown a lot less than last time, right? Our stop loss is down here at 80 pips from this entry, right? You see 80 pips, and obviously you would have to adjust this one for it not to be 65, for it to be 80 as well, because both of those entries need to be 80 pip stop loss for high volatile, unexpected moves in the market, especially when trading indices. Now, as we can see, we were ranging the divergence here, okay, from 649 all the way through, waiting for that. 930 opens, sold to bot, and now we're instantly in profits. Not only 15 pips that we just caught, but as well, this one went, what, like 100, maximum of 140 pips to the upside, as we can see. That doesn't count that top piece or the wick, so it would have definitely gave you 140 pips from our regular entry, okay? And if not, let's just say for whatever reason, 130, right? As your TP5, 130 pips, stop profit at 25 now, and your advanced entry, how many pips did it go into profit? So your advanced entry is 2 as well, almost the same thing, 150, 140, right? So this one, as you can see, did hit TP6. So one hit TP5, one hit TP6. 30 and 25 is how much, gang? 55 pips plus 15, 70 pips made. That's $70 on a 0.01, right? If for whatever reason you continue to be greedy and you don't want to cash out on these literally 200 pips, right? Because 100 pips here that you're up right now real time, and 100 pips here that you're up real time, you could just take profit and that would have been the end of today. Honestly, you didn't really have to be greedy and continue. That would have been 200 pips on a 0.01, that's $200, plus the 15 pips that you caught because you protected your capital. Okay, very important. That's $215 or $430 on a 0.02, and you're done for the day. You made half of your rent, you made a quarter of your rent, whatever it would be that you're trading, right? Awesome. So now let's continue to see, because now we would want to see divergence here on the top, and indeed we see it, okay? All right, this is the highest point of interest now at this point of time. So as you can see, this is our highest point here in this piece. And then it just continues to go a little bit lower. So higher low, higher low. Highest high point of interest is currently at around, what, 80? Okay, so let's go ahead and even draw a line out there. These are all training wheels, guys. You really don't have to be doing this while you're trading. I'm just doing this for you guys so you guys could get to understand the concept of this trading strategy to the 100%. For me not to have to repeat myself, and for a lot of people that join the premium, they really don't like going through the academy videos for some reason. You know what I mean? Like, we have the newest member, his name is Taswayne or some shit like that. He really has not, Taswayne Salmon, really hasn't watched any of the academy videos. He's just waiting for signals. So, I mean, it is what it is, you know what I mean? If you don't want to learn through there, then I guess I'll just express myself to the fullest extent through here, for you guys to be able to learn and be beneficial and profitable on your own terms individually. Because if you guys understood this strategy, you wouldn't really need me today, and you would have made bank today as well. You know, we will make bank tomorrow. Friday will be a pretty good and quiet day, which then I expect just price to go ping-ponging up and down. So I see Friday being a very profitable day, although I really hope that there's a good amount of volatility for us to catch not only the ping-pongs up and down, but a good amount of pips as well. And then next week is going to be its own little, its own little character. So, again, going back to this, I know that the trading wheels kind of might throw you off a little bit because now there's like a bunch of boxes here. But again, guys, just think of it this way, all right? These training wheels are just here for you to understand that we're waiting for price to come down to this area. When it's at the 50, just let it bop around. Let it bop around, let it bop around. You're still waiting for it to hit this. When you buy it here, you're waiting for it to hit here. When you're selling here, you're waiting for it to hit here. That's basically what the training wheels are. Now that I took them off and I removed them, we also remove that stop loss from these buys. Now we're seeing a sell happening, okay? Now it's around 10 something in the morning, all right? So our first move happened all the way back here around 8:14 in the morning. There was re-entries around 9:40 in the morning. And now at around 10:07, we see that, that there's another sell. Why? Because we see the divergence. This is the highest point of interest. This is a higher candle, red followed by green trend line. You wait for the breakout. You see how I just marked it up now, the divergence between these two mountains, even though it starts from here, so it should have really marked up all these three, okay? Now, that does not break through, but that broke through, so now you would go ahead, place a sell limit very tight with this trend line, and then as well, have it at the highest trading candle, which happens to be this green candle over here. All right, so now you see how we did go into TP4 and TP5 with these entries, but then all of a sudden, right, now it seems to be reversing back for the sell. So if you were being greedy, guess how much you're going to catch? You're going to catch 55 plus 1570 pips. If you weren't greedy, then you just made 215 pips. It all depends on you. You feel me? You're the one who's in charge of taking profit at where you want to. I'm not going to tell you where to take profit because honestly, I would just secure profits at 100, 110, 120, and then wait for tomorrow, catch another 30, another 60, another 70, then wait for the next day. Maybe I might lose 80 or 160, on 2 stop losses. I might be like, oh, damn. Then Thursday and Friday, I might make like a total of 600 pips in total. So honestly, trading is always a teeter-totter. A person that just makes 100% profits is maybe just taking 5 pips out of the market every single time, and that's their TP. 5 pips, open stop loss, so you're just there waiting. 5 pips, 5 pips, 5 pips, 5 pips. And then they put a really high lot size, so that's how they make good money. But that type of trading is, to me, is not really realistic trading because you don't really know if it's really going to hit your 5 pips in that direction or not. So it all depends on you and your style of trading. Again, my style of trading is TP1, TP2, all the way to TP8. Okay, my stop profits, I continue to move them as I continue to make the next target profit area, right? Target profit 5, target profit 6. All right, target profit 6, 30 pips. Target profit 7, I'm moving my stop loss to 35 pips above my entry or at entry because I want to protect my capital. And as well, it's still good to leave the market with some positive numbers, all right? I will be kind of as well starting to trade some cryptos and stuff like that because crypto market is a little bit easier to trade with lower accounts. Even with a 1 to 500 leverage, I have some running trades right now with XRP and LTC on 0.01s on a $9 account, and we're up 15 for the account. So we're up $6 on that off XRP and Litecoin, which is great. I was just kind of playing around with a smaller account and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Trying to sharpen my blade on the small accounts because big accounts are kind of easier to trade now that you have so much capital. So you're able to just do some crazy moves, be in and out, like 30 pips on a 0.05 in US 30, right? Just 30 pips, which is, as we can see, it's very, very possible. It's around $150 US. So that's, you know what I mean? Like, as a server and bartender, sometimes, I would make either 80 or 70, 60, maybe 150 on a pretty good day. So, if you were averaging $150 a day, right, just catching 30 pips on US 30 and just, I caught my 30 pips, all right, I'm done for the day, bye. $150 times 5 times 4, which is 4 weeks, is around 3K. All right, 3K a month. It's pretty humble. It's not that crazy. It serves for your own purposeful lifestyle. If that's how much your lifestyle is worth, around $3 a month, then you'd be able to be happy. You know what I mean? Be in and out. Now, if you catch 100 pips on a 0.05, that's not 150. That's $500, right? So right here it would have been $1,000 up. And if you're averaging at least 100 pips a day, catching 0.05s, and your lifestyle just went up 5 times. So it all depends on who you are, what your target profit is, all right, what your greed is like, what your mentality is like when you're trading, and as well what your lifestyle is trying to accomplish. So just ask yourself these questions. It's very essential that you ask yourself, okay, how much pips am I trying to catch daily? What is my goal for the week? how much am I trying to make a month for a lifestyle? And now, if you're starting off doing this and the strategy and tuning into these streams and everything, yeah, of course, everyone's going to say, well, I want a $6,000, $7,000 a month lifestyle. Well, you need to get to there. You need to climb the ladder. It doesn't take overnight unless you have at least $20,000 in your savings account and you're able to just withdraw $3,000 and start trading with $3,000 literally off the bat, and as well perfectly understand the strategy for you to be even trading independently without me, then you'd be able to just grow your account to an exponential. I mean, I mean like crazy ass numbers. But if you don't have that much saving in your savings account, and if you don't have at least $3,000 to put in to be trading not at a 0.01 or a 0.02, but instead of 0.07 or 0.08, then you know it's a little bit different, guys. You need to climb to there. Now, if you have, let's say, a $300, $400, $500 real USD account, or even a $200 real USD account, and you're trying to just hit 30, 60 pips on a 0.01 with it, if you wait even just 1 month, that trading account is going to look almost like 2, maybe 1.9-ish, 2.5-ish. And I mean, 1,900 to 2,500. Again, trading just off a $200-$300 account for 1 month, trading this strategy on US 30. But again, it all depends on you. What I highly recommend is that you protect your capital. So once you hit 30 pips, 5 pips, 50 pips, 10 pips, or just take profits so that you're able to just eat. All right, so now I'm done with that explanation. Let's continue with our, live analysis and live signal. So we had a buy today on US 30 September 15 at around 823 and as well 930. All right, this position did climb all the way to TP5 and TP6, 130, 150 pips. If you would have been happy with those TPs, 280 plus your 15 stop, so 295 pips, almost 300 pips. So it's like $300 on a 0.01. Now we saw divergence here from our point of interest. Higher low on the RSI, higher high on the RSI, reds followed by green trend line. So step 1, we found divergence. Step 2, we drew a trend line. Step 3, we wait for the breakout. Where did the breakout happen? This pierced through, but with this body completely closed below. That's where the breakout happened. We place a sell limit. We intend for market to come back up, touch our sell limit or touch our advanced sell limit and go to the downside. All right, so now we're selling it. Now we can go ahead and delete these green lines. All right, so we're not no longer looking for buys. We are in sells. Let's go ahead and draw out the 80 pip stop loss to see if maybe it might touch. You know what I mean? It's 347.67. So I'll go ahead and draw a line right there at 347.67. I'm going to draw the line under the color green, under the color purple. That will indicate our stop loss. We don't want it to hit the color purple, okay? We just want it to fall back down because it's already showing divergence. So we waited for step 3. We now have a sell limit placed, right? And how many pips did it drop? No, till now, because it could have already hit TP1, around 27 pips. So let's see it happen. And right now, we see it drop just a little bit further. So now how many pips are we in profit? Real time, within it hit 1, 2, 3 minutes, it already hit 50 pips. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes, it hit 50 pips. Do you understand how fast US 30 moves, right? So once I give you guys the sell limit signal, you're already kind of determining, all right, so he said sell limit. Let me grab my measure, my ruler. Let me go ahead and grab it from that same line that he said, that same value, 346.87. You have 9 minutes. That's a lot of seconds for you to just go from here down, click it with your left click on the mouse. It'll let the measurement stick stay stationary for you to see. And then the number is 346.57 for those 30 pips. If you were aiming and shooting for 50 pips, right? So TP2, then it would have been 346.37, and then as soon as it hit 50 pips, either it hit your TP, or you're like, no, I'm not ready yet. I wanted to hit 80 pips. All right, well, at least the very least to make me happy, to make yourself happy, to make your kids, your generation happy, and everyone else, for the love of God, just please press your stop profit from 80 pips stop loss over here to 10 pips in profit. So it would look like this. So for whatever reason, if it was to reverse, all right, so 10 pippies right here, 10 pepperonis, right at 346.76. All right, so this is 12 pips. This is 10 pips in profit, guys. All right, your stop loss would be here. If for whatever reason it does not hit 80 pips, well, you wanted it to hit TP3, guess what? It reverses and stops you out at 10 pips. And if you drop the 0.02 lot size, that's $20 in the bag. Now, if you don't do that, and for whatever reason it does reverse, and you hit an 80 pip stop loss, and guess what? You just lost part of the earnings that you made on your previous trade. That's why I tell you guys to protect your profit, because this is a ping pong effect. All right, it'll go up, it'll go down, it'll go up, it'll go down, and it'll continue to do that time and time again. So you really want to be on the ball and as quick as possible to be able to cater to yourself and to be realistic. Okay, so as we can see, price has been bopping around this top piece right now, wanting for it to fall. These are our areas of selling right now. We would want to see it hit this bottom target over here at 24. So this training wheel down here. Right now it hasn't hit that yet, but from the entry, okay, and it almost wicked into entry here, but it didn't actually, because when I do kind of, stretch this out, you can see that that wick did not actually touch. It's actually like 2 pips or 1 pip below, so we missed it by a pip. But these entries are still valid. I would kind of just keep both of them open. Although if you were just, kind of getting a scalp and stuff like that, I would just have 346.87. Again, stop loss would be 80 pips from above entry. So I don't see it wanting to hit stop loss all the way up there, right? But at the same time, this trade did take off already and was in profit. And it did go down to TP3. It did not hit TP4 at 100 pips, but it did hit TP3 at 80 pips. So you would have been beneficial on that regard. And once it hit 80 pips, if you're being greedy, then just put it 15 pips in profit and you would have get stomped out anyways. So that's what we have so far. Do I see this falling? Yes, I see this falling. Why? Why do I see this falling? Because it made divergence. It went down. It's bopping around the 50%. So either one of two scenarios is going to happen. It's possibly going to touch our entry and then start to sell below the 50% and then hit our target profit area. If it doesn't do this, then the second possibility that will happen is that it will come back up, right, and then show divergence, a second set of divergence, all right, kind of be around here and then finally dump back down. As long as it does not buy above this area, okay, that's around, you know what I mean, like wherever that would be. Go ahead and draw a line to be exact. As long as this price does not go above 80 and shoot through the 80, then this is still valid. This is still okay. If it does go ahead and go above, then this is invalid, not okay. All right. We'd have to wait for now new divergence to then grab a new sell to then sell to the downside. That's the two possibilities. Again, I'm going to repeat myself one more time. All right. It's either going to go up, touch our entries, and then sell below the 50%, just kind of bopping around this 50% area of the RSI. Or it's going to come back up, find impulse, all right, and then show new divergence, which then we would have to just draw a trend line, wait for the breakout again, and then sell it to go to our target profit area. The only way that this trade would be invalid is if it goes up above, way higher than this point of interest that we were grabbing divergence from, making it invalid, and now this point of interest making it valid for divergence to then sell it and then grab that entry. All right, so there you go. Some School of Hard Knocks kind of lessons right there. Those are lessons that I have on my Academy section under the premium. But for you guys here on the free that are dedicating yourselves to be online at this moment, I'm willing to go ahead and repeat it and kind of just give you a little bit of of a lenient hand. So US 30 kind of waiting for it to drop from here. Although in retrospect, I do want to see US 30 kind of climb, right? Kind of climb a little bit higher, then sell. Okay, then go back to the top side. And why I say this is because I would want to see it right from that point of resistance and go up through our advanced buy limit, our buy limit and buy stops, so it could hit this gap and finally close that out. I guess this downfall is because in September 7 or whatever the fuck, September 6, September 13, one of those days, September 6, I'm pretty sure it was though, they stopped unemployment, so I'm pretty sure that's why we see US 30 kind of hurting a little bit. But I do see US 30 coming back up, as you can see here on the daily. Let's go ahead and kind of put it in a different perspective. Here on the daily, okay, we can see how it's at some type of support over here with these wicks that were rejected. It came back down to fill in those wicks, fill in those entries, and now we might see it recover back to the upside and start buying and then make a new higher high. That is what I'm waiting for, okay? And the reason why I'm waiting for this is because every time it does dip, it has that sharp, oh my God, it's gonna crash, they recover it. It crashes, they recover it, crash, it recovers, crash, it needs to recover back up to the upside. If it does not recover back up to the upside, then I see this crashing then, like just dying. But let's see what happens, right? They're trying their very best to not let this die and let it come down to the floor. So we'll be patient. Here on the 1 hour, this is what I was expecting out of Japan 225. As you can see, we drew it over here, wanting it to make new highs, and indeed it did, made more divergence. So let's go ahead and just kind of maximize this to the 4-hour status, which will be able to grab an entry for Japan 225. Let me delete all of this. All right. I even gave them some buys. All right. So we'll delete all of this for Japan 225. All right, so now that we have a very clear chart, okay, I'm gonna even delete this. I'm not sure if this right here, this gap is valid or not, because that is a pretty gnarly gap from 29 to 31. What was that? 29 to 31 was Sunday to Tuesday, so I guess maybe that is a valid gap. But what I wanted to kind of tell you guys is if this is a valid gap, if this is a true gap that you guys can see as well, not a MetaTrader 4, but I'm talking about like another broker that's not capital.com, let's say currency.com, let's say Oanda. If this gap is being shown on those time frames as well for those brokers, then that very, very well might be a gap that that we'd want to kind of have in mind. The reason why we would have, excuse me, gang. The reason why we would have that gap in mind is because I'm sorry, gang. I'm like listening to me. I kind of got So the reason why we would want to validate that gap is because market lots of times and most of the times, if it makes a gap, this was right before COVID-19, right, March. And from March, it just kind of to the upside, okay? But these gaps that market makes, it always closes them out. We see this not only in indices, because in US 30, we as well have the gap, okay? Look, when it was dying, right? And if it dies again, I'm going to tell you guys something. If US 30 goes ahead and crashes to the downside at whatever point in time, and let's say for whatever reason, hypothetically speaking, we're not able to catch that sell, that death to the downside on the indices, have no fear. As long as it leaves gaps behind, all we're going to have to do, and it's actually going to be the smarter move, is for it to wait for the death to happen, wait for it to crash down, show divergence, draw that trend line, and buy. And we're just going to literally buy US 30 or buy JER 30 or buy, NAS 100 SPX, and literally just take in rebuys, buy on lower time frames. And that daily buy that we took, literally just hold it until it fills in the gaps again. Let me explain. So it crashed here, right? It was doing well for like a long time, doing its thing for like 3 years or some shit. How many? It crashed here a little bit, but where is my more information? Why does TradingView do this? Whatever. It was going up, right? Lots of divergence being shown. It crashed. It went back up though. It didn't make gaps here though, so that's what I've been wanting. Oh yeah, it did actually make a gap here on the daily US 30. So it crashed, made this gap, made this little hole, and that little hole will be filled in again. So how would we been able to get into this? Well, let's go ahead and extend this out. This was divergence. This was lower, higher. This is higher, lower. Greens followed by red trend line. We would have bought it around here. It would have been up around 569 pips. It dipped down below again. Right, it sold lower now, but still higher low. So now we draw another trend line from the point of resistance through. We wait for it to break and then continue to buy this to the upside. Here, it died out again, right? It made a gap, closed in that gap, made another gap, and just continued to the downside. Filled in these gaps to the upside. Bang, 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 then had a great run. Made a little gap, closed it, made another gap, made a huge gap, continued to sell, divergence again, as we can see. And then what happened? It filled in this gap, it filled in this gap, and it just continued to take off to the upside. And that's what I see happening again. If for whatever reason we see this crashing to the downside with huge red candles and gaps, then all we need to do is wait until it finds a support level, either at 2,000 or 3,000, right? 29,500, excuse me, or maybe even this little support level at 33K. I don't see it just being 33 grand. I see it crashing like a lot lower. Look at this. This was like 18,000. It was 11,000 pips. So here, averaging 11,000 pips. That's pretty crazy, right? It comes all the way back over here. So let's see if it'll be another dip of 11,000 pips, because this was a closure of basically the whole United States once March 2020 came into effect. Or it was crashing before March, which is really smart of them to then close for COVID in March and be like, all right, lockdown. And then just right? But this is all planned, guys. That's what I say. It had to be planned, because that was just it was so perfect for them. For the banks to just sell, for the banks to buy back up and just make all that money. They knew it was going to crash down. So, all right. So enough of that, a little conspiracy talk here. If it does crash, all we need to do is wait for it to show divergence on the RSI, as it did before, buy that sucker, and literally continue to take buys and more buys, and don't ever sell US 30. Just continue to buy that fucker all the way up, right? Because it barely ranges up and down, and every single up move, as we can see, even from, let's say, 2017, every single buy move that you would have been in, you would have been hella profitable. The sells would have been short, the buys would have been long. Only when it crashed was the sell good, and then right after the sell, boom, the divergence here happened on the RSI, and then the buys would have been just rebuy it. Buy it on the 1 hour, buy it on the 10-minute. Every time you see divergence like this, that it's oversold on a fractal time frame, on a 10-minute time frame, buy it. Buy it, 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 buy it. Hold it on your account and continue to scale your account until possibly you get to like, I would say like 40, 50 grand off just doing that. But again, so that's US 30 in a nutshell, completely evaluated and as well with our strategy input. Now we do see price coming up, right? I guess it's going to do that whole thing that I just said. It's going to do either two or three things, right? So number one, it's going to come back up possibly to the oversold region, show some divergence. Then at 12 p.m. in 30 minutes from now, London session will stop pushing this back up and down and teeter-tottering, and US session will then just be the one that's going to be open, and hopefully it does not invalidate our point of target here, our point of interest. Hopefully no new high comes up and closes above that entry, because if it does, then it invalidates our divergence and it invalidates our entries. As long as it comes up, it does its thing, it shows divergence again, just wait for it, guys. It will crash back down to the downside and then hit our target profit area down here. So as long as it doesn't invalidate, we're good. All right. Again, this is a re-entry. This is a re-entry as well. Just as we saw before that we kind of took the buys, it was only 30, 50 pips. Then it came back down, right? But it did not invalidate our trade, okay? And then it just literally took back to the upside. So from here all the way to here, all right, our point of interest was 11 down here. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Perfect. This was lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, which is exactly what we would have been expecting. And then it took off to the upside. Hopefully, indeed, this will be exactly the same. It showed divergence. It came down, came back up, touched our entries, but does not invalidate our point of interest up here at 80. All right, so back there, our point of interest was 11. Now it's 80. We don't want any other mountain to pass the level 80, okay? And then for it just to kind of start pushing back down now at 12 p.m. after after a U.S. session, excuse me. So Let's see how it looks better, because I think when I send it here, it looks a little bit more clean. I think it's because it compressed it. Let me delete this again. Let me put it back. Let me not press compress. So now how does it look like? Oh no, it looks like this. I don't really like how that looks though. Can I just save this? No, I can't. Can I save this? Save image, back, delete this out, now post it. There we go. Alright, so I just have to do it that way because I don't like how it looks when it does that. Let's delete. Alright, so now I have to write this as stop loss 34767. I think that was it. 34767. So limit 34687. Advanced. So 34720. Oh my god. Okay. Now I have to make a bunch of calculations. Good. Alright guys, so here we go. Alright, so how do I space it? I can only press add. That's so annoying. So I have to do it here because this one says return. This doesn't have a return, so I guess I have to. Oh, what if I press tab though? Oh no, tab does something different. Shift. What about the down arrow? Shift down arrow. No. What about page down? If I say small. FN down. No, it's brightness down by myself. Yeah, I have no idea how to do it on the computer. Alright, so I guess I'll just do it here. Take a little annoying, but it is what I have to do because it was a request from one of our new premium members. He's like, can you put the numbers for take profit? It would really help me. And I'm like, okay, I guess. I guess I can do that for you, sir. Even though it's going to take me like 17 times more effort and everything for me to just do all this for you, but whatever. Um, let me hang the party say 50, 250, 3 plus 3, 4, 6, 7. Alright, and then this is only 44 pairs, so let's say Little bummed down for today because I wasn't able to get on really early. I know we would have been able to catch over 200 pips and it would have been really fire today. But hey, it is what it is, guys. Stuff in our personal lives happen and we just need to go ahead and go with the flow, right? Life is life. I will be, regardless, logging in tomorrow and as well Friday and next week to live trade. So, I mean, good. Feed me out, feed me out the dawn. Feed me out the dog. All right, so as you can see, kind of boring now, right? This is the boring section of it where we just kind of wait and see to hit the TPs and stuff like that. But hey, it is what it is. Obviously, we would have been more action packed when in the earlier parts of the morning. So yeah, this is the point in time where we just kind of wait it out. So all right, so 15 minutes, 12 p.m. does go ahead and kick in, and as well, London session closes. Hopefully, US session will drag along. Let's see what we have on Forex Factory to see if maybe any news will influence our trade idea to the up or downside. here, September 15, Wednesday. GBP's in the morning, so GBP's at 2 in the morning. We're popping supposedly. Let's go ahead and take a look at GBP's. Let's say GBP CAD. 2 in the morning. Oh, this is a 1 minute time frame, 10 minutes, 2 in the morning. Where was it? Over here? Well, not really that much happened. What the fuck? All right. Well, that was GBP's. Ooh, Bitcoin, you dirty you. Look at that. Wow. Therapy, advertisement costs. All right, so as we can see, I did go ahead and tell you guys about Bitcoin. I'm not quite sure when, but I'd like to see when that happened. All right, so I did post these. I'm not even quite sure. September 11. By the way, I just have headphones because on my previous streams, like 2 months ago, I would play music and stuff like that, and people would be like, "Can you please tone down the music? Why are we listening to music?" And then I'd be like, "All right, you know what? I'll just listen to music personally and keep myself awake and keep myself energized and in the jive, in the vibe." You know what I'm saying? Plus, I listen to a lot of shit, so sometimes I feel like house music. Sometimes I feel like a little bit of System of a Down. Sorry, I have to write it like that on the comment section. No, I don't have problems. I just have to write it this way because if not, then TradingView will kind of flag me and stuff like that and then ban me. I have been banned before, so I'm not trying to get banned again. If you go ahead and just head over to jacobnets.com, that's my website. And then I do have a Telegram, a free Telegram group that you guys can go ahead and join in under. I don't have a Discord just because Discord, you do have to like kind of pay for the memory. So if I was to like drop a bunch of academy videos on Discord, then guess what? I'd have to pay for like just having it in there because I'd have to open up my memory. And Telegram has like 100 gigs or some shit like that of memory that I'm able to use on their actual platform on either chat. So that's why I went ahead with Telegram. And yeah, that's why. Also, Telegram also has bots that allow me to charge people directly to me for like I could directly charge you and you could enroll in the monthly subscription and then you get access to all the premium chats all through Telegram. So that's why I did it to Telegram. I had a lot of back and forth that I was like, should I do this one? Should I maybe do Discord? But I went ahead and ended up doing Telegram. What I'm doing right here is just kind of going through the videos to kind of see where it was that I posted that signal for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin looks amazeballs right now. This was yesterday, so I'm not sure. I don't think yesterday. Damn, yesterday I talked a bunch of stuff, bro. I am a whole character, bro. I'm telling you. I'm not even sure, honestly, at this point when it was, but these entries were fire. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, so this happened around September 11. Since this is going up to the, to go back into our sell limits and stuff like that, I feel like the other cryptos are also going to start kind of pushing to the upside. Maybe Doge, maybe Dash, because right now on the daily, as we can see, Bitcoin with two big candles to the upside. SNX as well. This one has two green candles, one green candle on XRP. What the fuck is happening, XRP? Come on. Oh, two green candles. All right. Spoke too soon. Who didn't even sell? So weird. Ethereum Classic, two green candles, dot on its own thing. Two green candles on Litecoin. I've been waiting for Litecoin to fill in this wick. That'd be fire, but I'm really happy that it's up to 184, to be honest. Because that little account that I have, the $10 account, is just getting flipped right now to 20 bucks. Crypto, which is always nice to see. Luna USD pushing to the upside, which is great. Been waiting for Luna USD to push to the upside. Oh, we're up $8 now on our Smurf account of $10. So we almost flipped it already. We're in Litecoin buys. Litecoin definitely can push a little bit higher though. Give us a little bit more money. Right now what's carrying this account is XRP with some buys that I put in. I think it was under the 5-minute time frame. I bought in as 1.06, so like around here-ish. 1.07, so right here is where I bought in, and it's already at 1.08, 1.09 now, so that's 40 pips and 30 pips above entry. 107, yeah, like 38, 40 pips around there. So that's fire. I'm happy for that. Let me see if I can continue to flip this $9 account, now to 20, then from 20 to 40, then from 40 to 60. Then I'll trade SPX 500 on it. Then I'll trade US 30 on it, and then I'll build another $5,000 account, hopefully for my wife's birthday. But let's see if that happens. All right, so let me show you the website just in case. For that person that might still be on, right? Jacobs.com. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? All right, so this is the website here on the Join Telegram. That's where you can go ahead and join us on Telegram. What we do, what we offer, about me before the mustache, LOL. I always laugh at that. And yeah, just ask the website, ask the official website, jacobnets.com. Okay. Let me go ahead and delete these comments so that no one sees that, including the moderators here at TradingView, because I don't want to get fucked over for that. All right, so let's see. There's actually no more news today for USD. The last one was at 10:30 in the morning. The rest of the news kind of looks like it's just 6:45, 7:50 p.m., 9 p.m., all the way to tomorrow. Tomorrow, September 16, I will be trading live early in the morning, all right? From 7 to 7:30 in the morning, that's when I'm going to be on, guys. Hopefully, if everything goes well and if God is giving, then I'll be able to be online at that hour. Please don't miss out because I really do want you guys to as well be profitable. And if you guys do miss out for whatever reason, then you guys will see it, the live trading either way. So it's going to be beneficial for you either way. All right, so for tomorrow we have a lot of news at 8:30 in the morning. Some red folders. Then we have just some vanilla folders for 10, 10:30, 4 p.m. So I don't really see anything too crazy happening. All right, you go live on here every morning. Yeah, Madeira J. So Madeira J, I am going to go ahead and continue to live stream the month of September. And usually I am going to start getting on now, right? Today I was supposed to actually get on at 7 to 7:30 in the morning, but I had to meet with my realtor. So that didn't end up happening. But I will be live trading Thursday and Friday from 7 to 7:30. I'm going to be getting on, and then I'll be ending the live stream around 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. And as well, then next week, Monday through Friday, excluding Tuesday, which is my wife's birthday, Monday through Friday, I will be trading as well in the morning, 7 to 7:30. I'll be getting on, and then I'll be getting off around 12 p.m., 12:30 p.m. Eastern time, as well as the week of the last week of September, the 27th, all the way through Friday. So yeah, I think the last week of every month is NFP, which is great. No, actually, it's the first week of every month. All right, cool. So not the last week, the first one, Jakes. I won't forget about that. But yeah, so I'll be live trading and stuff mostly every morning. If you go ahead and just kind of look at your streams and stuff like that here on the side, hijack pips about an hour ago. Hijack pip September 14. I think it was September 9, my other one. There's a lot of people that stay like consistently streaming and stuff like that. September 8, September 7. I want it to be like that. I want to be like every single day. September 3. So those have been, I think, all of my live stream. Oh, September 1. So September 1, 3, 8. I think then it was like 13 or something like that. Yeah, 13 and then 15 and then 14, 15. So yeah, we do have some good amount of live streams in. Please just give me a follow on TradingView and follow the Telegram chat on my website so that you're able to be on the ball with everything happening. That would make me really happy because we'd be able to communicate a little bit better. And as well, there's a good community on my Telegram. And, you know, they're wonderful people. They're really nice. And they help each other out, which is great. I don't really have, thank the Lord, that many haters on the free Telegram chat. And I will be kind of monitoring that so I could just stay as a safe environment. Sounds good. I'll be here watching. All right, awesome, Midair J. I'll be welcoming you to the stream every single time. I did, but no info. Oh, well, on the website, you can see Go ahead, I guess, and show you how to do it. So after you go to my website, which is right here, right? All you need to do, my friend, is click on join us on Telegram. And after you go ahead and give that a click, join us on Telegram, it's going to then shoot you to this page, Jacob Nets FX free community. I have like 100 members now, which is a great blessing. Have been pushing that forward. We started at one person, so now we're at 100. Hopefully, we'll continue to 1,000, 2,000, stuff like that, and be a really great community. Free and positive community, share ideas, whatever, yada yada. Just click on join group, and then it'll go ahead and let you join the Telegram chat. Okay, so that's how you're able to join the Telegram chat. On the side of the freeway in the car. All right, so we have officially flipped our $10 account. We're up 20 now, but we're up $19 because I have a $9.70 account, and now I'm up $9.70. So that makes it a double. That makes it a flip. Straight off XRP. I still see XRP ranging to the upside here on the 1 hour time frame because it goes up, it comes back down to the spring, and now it should continue to actually go through this resistance band and continue to spring to the upside. That's what I see happening with XRP USD for today. So I do see it pushing a little bit higher than this because of the spring here on the 1 hour. Again, the spring, what I'm trying to talk about is a Wyckoff method of accumulation schematic number 1, number 2. All right, so price thunderbolts down, comes up, then has that downfall again, has a spring, and then starts to recover to the upside, which is great. So Luna USD fucking pushing up and now pushing back down. Still not quite sure what's going to happen with Luna. I hope she continues to the upside, to be honest, but there's a lot of divergence up here, so let's see. I was predicting it would fall, come back up, and then fall again. So how much is the premium? Madeira J, the premium is $60 a month. $60 monthly. That's how much the premium is. So yeah, I know it's not like too crazy. It's not 120, it's not 150, it's not 180, it's not 250, it's not 300 like QBanks' premiums, because we do, obviously, we know all those traders, QBanks, Ty, Swaggy P, Jamari, Marks FX. There's a lot of, Mamba FX, Daniel Savage FX. There's a lot of traders, but I'm just trying to make mine a little bit more economically possible for a lot of people and try and teach them and show as much information as possible, because a lot of the other traders kind of just have a really high premium but don't really show too much, and what they show is a little confusing and it's not really easily replicatable. So I'm just trying to change the culture, guys. Honestly, I mean, I don't know how far I'll get into changing the culture, because honestly, some people just think that if you're paying $250 for a premium membership monthly, that's it, you're going to become rich. I mean, you're paying $250, and that value has to be amazing because you're paying $250. But it's not always like that. Sometimes you can buy, something that's not as relatively expensive, and it'll still be better than the expensive thing. You know what I mean? A lot of people are building their Forex communities not built to last. They're just built to make the fast money. Because, if you get 10 people at $300 and you make the math, 300 times 10 people is $3,000 that they just made that month. So, you know what I mean? If I'm charging $60, it's a lot more economically possible for you to stay within the program and as well get the most value out of it. And I teach a lot. So, it goes with what you want. If you want to pay $60 a month for now, up until the point where we have like around 300-400 members, then it'll go up to like 120 and stuff like that. but your membership will always stay the same at wherever you start at. Let's say you started at $60, it'll be honored forever. It is an indefinite price, so it won't really go up. And that's just a little bit about that. Okie dokies. I'm still going to be confident in Luna USD that it will go ahead and shoot up because honestly, it is showing some divergence, although it's not showing divergence here though. Oh, because I'm at that 30, so it's at the 30 that is showing the divergence. Okay, I see. That makes a lot of sense. All right, cool. So let's go back to the US 30, see how we're doing with that. All right, so up here, let's see it. It's at sell limit, stop loss is up here. Right now, it did pump fake back to the upside, right? Green, green. This is actually as high as this one is, showing still some divergence. So I still see it wanting to fall to the downside at a later moment. It just became 12. So it still hasn't hit 30 or 50 or 80, but just give it more time, guys. This closes out at 4 p.m. I'm not going to be live streaming all the way to 4 because that is extremely fucking boring. But we'll just recap what happens tomorrow. And as well, tomorrow I will be live trading. And for you guys that have smaller accounts, I really do highly recommend that we trade cryptos, such as like Litecoin, maybe Ethereum Classic, stuff like that. And the reason, oh, cool. That's pretty cool. Damn, I didn't know that had a feature. That looks pretty cool, to be honest. All right, cool. So, not distracting myself. I'm sorry. So, Bitcoin. All right, on the 1 minute time frame, let's see it. Looks like it's going to want to fall back down. At 7 in the morning today, it really didn't show much. It just literally started to tower to the upside. Excuse me, guys. So it just started to tower to the upside. I don't really like trading Bitcoin on such a low time frame. I like trading it minimally on the 1 hour time frame. As you can see, it did show divergence, bang, went ahead and touched our buy limit, our advanced buy limit, and then went up. Total of 3,383 pips, which is 300 pips, and 280 pips, which is 2,800 pips for Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and gate down. Look at that divergence, bang, the pump up, divergence on XMO USD. I've been telling you guys and like literally praying that you guys invest into XMO because I see XMO taking off to the upside and filling in that wick. But it all depends on you guys and you know whether or not you're able to join in and find that it is going to be a great opportunity. Well, okay, so XMO, definitely a coin that I would be investing in. Here on the 1 hour, you can see how it did spring up now to previous resistance levels off this divergence right here. Being, yeah, it is a little caterpillary, but you know, this crypto still needs a lot of time for it to start pumping truly to the upside. But I see it taking off. Let's look at Doge USDT and look under the 5-minute time frame. Perhaps we would have seen an entry or something like that today. They usually mostly all have really the same structure, as you can see, just showing straight divergence. I see this going back to the upside and taking off. I did already tell you guys yesterday to invest into Dogecoin whenever you see it at 20 or 25 cents, right? From 20 to 25 cents is a great investment, guys. Because let's say it hits $1, right? Let's say you invested it when it was at 20 cents, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. You just 5 times multiplied your investment. So let's say you threw in $1,000 when it was at exactly 20 cents. Let's say it hits $1, you're up 5 bands, okay, $5,000. Now, if you invest in it when it's at 25 cents, then it's 4 times your investment. So let's say you throw down 1,000, now you're up 4,000. So that's exactly how it would work. What's up, Mike? All right, so that's that. Now, they mostly have the same structure. You can see this kind of like sharp push to the downside. You see this in XMO. We see it in SNX. We see it in Bitcoin. Okay, so whatever Bitcoin does, the altcoins follow. So since this has been pushing pretty good to the upside, right, off our entries, I would like to see all these other ones push as well. You can see that this already pushed to the upside. SNX pushed up, Bitcoin's pushing up to get to catch up, XMO pushing up, Doge kind of waiting for it, but I would want to see it pushing up as well. Dash USD pushing up as well. XRP, I want to see it pushing up a lot more than that. Ethereum, USD kind of taking off to the upside, so this one did go ahead and push up a little bit more like Bitcoin is. Ethereum Classic following behind. USD polka dots on its own little like wave right now. Litecoin, look at that huge institutional candle right here. Like they made it visible AF. Okay, so I would want to have take profit at Litecoin around this level right here of 204. That's what I see Litecoin going up to. So if you guys have not been part of Litecoin, I do see it hitting at least 204, at least a 50% mitigating off that candle. I still see it pushing up higher. Link USD, look at it pushing higher. Do you see how all of them literally have the same, almost the same structure besides Polkadot? Look at it. I'm telling you guys, it's no joke. It's a lot of great information that I give out here on these live streams and as well my premium chats or anywhere really that I'm available. You know, Bitcoin, Big Daddy Bitcoin, if it buys every altcoin that has hype, that has actual value behind it, will buy up. If Bitcoin's fucking dumping, guess what all the altcoins are going to do? They're going to dump as well. Look at the structure, okay? Look at the structure. Memorize it. Bitcoin. SNX, but it's already up there, right? XMO. Dogecoin needs to pump back up. Dash USD needs to pump back up. XRP and on its way. Ethereum pumping up like Bitcoin is. Ethereum Classic following behind Ethereum. Polkadot on its own wave. Litecoin needs to push up. Link USD already pushing up. OMG doesn't really have the same structure as all the other altcoins though, at least on the 1 hour. Let's keep going. Shibu USDT. Wow, look at Shibu USDT wanting to kind of awaken for the first time, right? Shibu gonna be great once it does. It's just bringing in sellers and buyers in this market. At some point, it's gonna go ahead and boom. All right, it's just consolidating on that phase. Let's go back to the 1 hour to continue the structure hunt. So Zcash. All right, also having the same structure, needs to pump to the upside. Look at it breaking above that 200 EMA. Wrapped Ether, I don't know what the fuck this is, but you know, one of my premium membership people are like, invest, but I'm like, no, I ain't gonna do that, bro. I don't have that trust with this. Like, I just can't trust any single coin and shit that comes out. I'm just not about it. Cardano USD, look at the structure going up. Now it's pushing back to the upside. Luna USD, is the only one that I kind of see maybe falling instead of pushing back to the upside. Unfortunately, that's what I see. And then we have the dollar that's on the daily time frame kind of signals. 13 pips in profit. EU, GU, NU, XAU USD, which I still see it buying to the upside. Silver as well. AUD CAD, I would want it to come back down to this level, right? It's having some type of resistance here, as we had already spoken about before. It went up, hit some resistance, might come back down to our entries, and then finally push back to the upside. Euro AUD pushing to the upside. This is a good buy. Euro CAD, wishing that it would come back down so it could continue to push back up. Euro GBP looking like great buys to the upside on the daily time frame. Euro JPY, I'm waiting for it to kind of crash back a little bit, consolidate, and start buying back up. GBP CAD, boring as fuck. I don't even like talking about it. GBP CHF stuck in a range since forever. GBP NZD also from low to high. I'm waiting for it to start buying from here and just continue buying GBP NZD because it's going to follow the Fibonacci retracement tool. From low to high, we're looking for buys. We can see that it went up to this maximum. I do want to see it filling up this wick, okay, for GBP NZD. It came back down to these institutional levels. Now I see it pushing back up. That's where we have our buys set. So from our buys, it's already taken off on GBP NZD around 54 pips, which is great. I still see it wanting to push up a lot higher, maybe even filling in those 891 pip goal. GBP JPY, I see it possibly setting and continuing to the downside. USD CAD, I would want to see it die to the downside and sell because of this divergence all the way through. But right now, it's in our entry, so please do take, you know what I mean, either rewatch this live stream or just take this as a big heads up that this pair is going to be selling to the downside, and these are our entries. Right now, from the advanced entry that's smacked all the way up here, we're up 84 pips, and I do see this continuing to the downside for time to come. USD CHF, I would want to see it buying to the upside. USD JPY, I would want to continue seeing it sell to the downside. Tesla, I want to see it filling up the gap to the upside, buying. Netflix, I want to see it buying back up again, just to fill in these gaps and then finally sell to the downside. Amazon, I don't really know about Amazon right now, guys. I would want to see it continuing on a bullish effect to the upside, but I just have these inklings that Amazon will start selling now, but I'm still not for sure on that. AMC, I want to see it continuing to the upside, you know, to find new divergence to then sell back down. GBP AUD is a great call for a sell to the downside. As you can see, from September 14 to the 7th to 15. So from yesterday to today, we see it climbing up. Hopefully it does hit advanced sell limit and then literally starts selling down to these levels, these last resistance levels, which would be how many pips? All right, so here would be around 286, and right here would be like around 597, which is great. CRISPR Therapeutics, I still see it buying from these levels from the golden ratio. Let's see what else. I'm not sure what happened here. All right, NZD JPY, look at the gap. Okay, this gap is great for us to just take a quick determination that NZD JPY will want to go ahead and sell into this target profit area. Sell limit at 78695 and 79707 as our advanced sell limit. Please have those sell limits put. I know that it's going to go down and fill in this gap. You know what I mean? If it fills in that gap in the next consecutive 2 or next week, then unfortunately it already does it, but it was a nice 164 pips of downfall. PUBM, I want to see it buying from here up. I don't really know what the fuck PUBM is, so let's go ahead and just search this up. Pubmatic is part of the NASDAQ. Pubmatic company. The future of programmatic delivered. I don't know what the fuck that is. Pubmatic share price rebounds 21.11% from the lows, but can it keep going down? I don't really see it going down. I see it buying from here, Pubmatic to the upside. Okay, this is something that I've been personally anticipating since May. So May, June, July, August, September now. Still waiting for them to buy, but as you can see, it is our advanced buy limit. I would hold this for long-term Pubmatic back to the upside because of divergence that it was showing. Okay, as we can see, divergence from here to here. I see it wanting to push back up from the levels of 28.15 and 33.15. If you do have that stock, please buy it in, guys. You won't regret it. Bitcoin pushing back up to the upside, okay, to then touch our sell limits, or just push up, show new divergence, and then finally sell to the downside. GRWG, Grow Generation Corporation, which is marijuana stocks, all right, for all my potheads out there. All right, if you do smoke weed or anything else, or you're just in this whole marijuana stocks, this looks like a great stock to buy. Look at the daily divergence forming in the next week or two, right? It'll show that divergence, and then we'll wait for the breakout to the upside, which is why I have this set up. We can see a gap here and a gap here. And as states continue to legalize marijuana, and as well science continues to see the medicinal values of marijuana, we will see it come up and push up to those gaps, which would be a great investment, just literally minimum drawback and straight to the upside. IBM, I see it selling, continuing to sell. This, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't see this shit recovering. I don't know exactly why, but literally since 2013, this shit's just been selling down. Look at the trend line right here, right? Let me change the trend line color so that everyone can see it properly. Okay, it's just been literally on a bearish down path. So now that it went up and touched the trend line again, right, on the daily, and it showed divergence, I was like, nah, this is definitely going to sell. On the weekly, it's touching the trend line for the bearish, and as well on the daily, it's showing divergence. That's just screaming sell. So we sold it around July 21st, and look at it now. Right, just falling, kind of taking forever, but you know, it's getting there. I see Home Depot filling in this gap before it sells to the downside and dies. UFPI selling because of divergence. Again, every single signal that I might show you, it's because it already showed divergence. The dollar, EU, AU, GU, NU, which one else was it? Euro CAD, Euro NZD, all these stocks, the cryptos, right? First, we find divergence, right? Step 1, find divergence. Step 2, draw a trend line. Step 3, wait for a breakout. Step 4, advanced entry, okay? Literally, it's over and over again. Step 1, divergence. Step 2, trend line. Step 3, wait for the breakout for the sell limit. And then go up here to the last level of divergence and go ahead and grab the 50% candle, the highest trading candle, and mark it up for the advanced entry. Okay, so that's literally what I do. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Over and over and over again like a machine. Weyerhaeuser Company on the daily. Look at the daily divergence right here happening. Look at that crossover, okay? So step 1, 2, 3, and 4 activated on Weyerhaeuser. Super easy, guys. This shit's like cake, right? Find divergence. Step 2, draw a trend line. Step 3, wait for a breakout. Step 4, advanced entry. So now we see it touching our first buy limit. Let's see it touch our advanced entry and then fill in this gap for Weyerhaeuser. I think that's a lumber company. Look at Starbucks taking a plummet today. Okay, September the 15th. What were we expecting though? We were expecting for this bitch to sell anyway. Starbucks on the sell. So that was something that I was expecting already, which is great for everyone that's been following along since the beginning of September. You guys have been literally I've been drilling this time and time again into your head. Hey guys, it's for the sell. Hey guys, Starbucks selling. So now that it went ahead and sold, now this is our sell limit. Advanced sell limit would be up here, and we're just kind of waiting for it to continue on that path. Nestle, look at it selling as well. All right, following Starbucks' lead. This AUDNZD, I'm still waiting. Look at the divergence being formed here on the bottom of the RSI. Okay, from this point of relevance from July 15, 2021 to September 10, 2021, it's just been falling. So July, August, September for 2 months. I see it recovering at some point, then following that divergence and then breaking back to the upside. When you look at this from the weekly to see, well, is this an overall bullish or bearish trend? It is a bearish trend, but there's a fuck ton, excuse the language, of consolidation from here on. I see it pushing back to the upside. Let's go, AUTNZD. Push it back to the upside, baby. All right. Ben, which is, I guess, Franklin Resources. I saw it selling again because of divergence here from May to June. From May to June, when did it break out? June 17, 2021. It literally dipped hard as fuck to the downside, came back to sell, and now has been selling again, guys. Time and time again, we're just rocking these markets automatically. It almost feels like magic, but it's really not. It's just calculated strategy and consistency over our strategy. Time and time again, over and over again. We don't really change anything, right? Damn, those indicators. Yeah, bro, those indicators, and as well, RSI divergence, right? Just fire. Again, it's not just all based on the indicator, because even if you had the indicator and you didn't understand how to replicate step 1, 2, 3, and 4, all right, define divergence, draw a trend line. Where do you draw the trend line? Because as you notice, I'm not drawing just any type of like random ass trend line. I'm drawing a trend line under specific candles for specific reasons. I wait for the breakout. I wait for market execution, and then I draw my advanced entry. And the advanced entry is not part of the indicators, but yeah, I only have 3 indicators: a 200 EMA, an RSI divergence indicator, and a support and resistance, which is called a support and resistance levels with breaks. All right, a fractal indicator, basically, if you will. So yeah, basically this is what it is. So Neo USD, which is another, I think, altcoin, selling to the downside because of the divergence. NZDCHF, I do see it buying to the upside and continuing to buy to the upside because of the divergence that was shown here on the bottom. Okay. Besides that, QQQ selling to the downside, amazing. Apple just launched yesterday their inventory on iPhones, but honestly, it wasn't too fucking impressive. It was kind of just the same old each year. And I think if they don't start doing some crazy ass shit next year for the years to come, I don't really see Apple continuing to be, the powerhouse that it sees itself being, unless it starts to create chips for cars or some other shit like that, or it launches out its cars, which Apple is coming out with a car. If you didn't know that already, then go ahead and Google that out. But this bleed out is not okay. Let's wait for another green candle, and if it crosses our trend line, then we're selling Apple, despite the fact that they just came out with new inventory. It was kind of whack, to be honest. I'm very disappointed in Apple. Yes, they did create a pro, but then they have like a mini, a regular, a bigger regular, a bigger pro. So you know what I mean? Like 5 fucking iPhones. 3 of them are like not even the top model, and then the top models are again 1,100. I think it was 999 or 899, and then it was like 799, 699, and then like 400 or some shit like that, right? They're just kind of catering to the poor people that can't really afford the top flagship model for them to have the iPhone 13 mini and stuff like that. And then the Apple Watch that came out with just a little bit of a bigger display and a little bit more battery. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's the same shit every year. Like, people are going to wake the fuck up and be like, they're going to stop having the hype. Every year is a new phone. Every year is just a little bit bigger memory. And why a little bit bigger memory? When you come to think of this rationally, you start to really put your head to it. All right, applications are taking a lot more memory out of your iPhones each year because they're having software updates, and each software update is more memory for that application. So let's say that Twitter started with 250 megabytes off your phone in 2000, right? Now in 2021 or 2022, excuse me, it might actually be from 200 megabytes to now 1 gig to just have the Twitter application. So of course they're going to raise their memory. Of course, then if you increase memory, then you have to increase the battery, because if the battery is outputting too much in the processing speed because of higher memory rates, then you need a bigger battery to sustain the memory rate. So it's kind of like they just give just enough for you to think that, oh my God, the new iPhone. But honestly, it's not really that big of a difference. The only thing that came out with a difference was for the new flagship model, the Pro version, was the memory, the battery, the screen right here, this little thing right, I don't know if you can see that clearly, but this little thing right here, this black shit just became a little bit smaller. What the fuck? I didn't know that shines like that. That's weird. What does that even mean? The fuck? Alright, well, whatever. You know, it just became a little bit smaller, big deal. And then the cameras on the back, now instead of having 2 cameras, now we have 3. One with an ultra wide, one with a wide, and one that's normal. It has a cinematic mode. Like, it just became a little bit more of a video camera for the new flagship iPhone 13 model. So honestly, it's just that same cycle, that same repetition bullshit that they're gonna just feed people. So I mean, it all comes to you guys. All this hype and all these things that we thought were cool, or we thought we knew, or we thought that was like the most amazing thing, just starts to deteriorate and just becomes a normal thing, you know. Let's see what happens with the new iPhone, Apple 14, you know what I mean, next year now in 2022. Let's see if they make some really crazy shit happening. You know, Samsung has this whole phone that literally breaks and has that film that you can just kind of fold it, that foldable phone. I'm not quite sure how much reputation they will have with that, but damn, that's a little bit cooler. And even BlackBerry has a little bit of a cooler, you know, kind of feel to it than the iPhone. The iPhone just kind of transitioned with the same exact chassis than the iPhone 10. This is the iPhone XS. So this is the iPhone 10, guys. Yeah, I mean, I bought this phone for $1,100 when it first came out. I know it was super ultra expensive. I have no idea why the fuck I even paid that much money for this phone. When now there's an iPhone 13, so now there's literally 3 generations of iPhones above mine, and mine still keeps up just fine. I really enjoy mine just fine. So, you know, at the end of the day, I guess it's just personal preference whether you will get the new iPhone or not. But now that they haven't been able to kind of make their phones very, like, you know, I guess you can say, like, just disposable. Now they're really having to kind of up the status, right, on trying to change the phone, because the iPhone 10, iPhone 11, iPhone 12, they're not much different from the iPhone 13, and they're still going to be around for another 3 to 4 years. We don't really see people buying the new iPhone as soon as it comes out every single year, which was the case back before the iPhone 10, when it was the iPhone 7, the 8, the 9, and all this shit. Those phones sucked ass, and each year the screen became either tougher for it to be crack resistant, or higher memory status, or like big differences, right? You know, one of the iPhones was like 256 megabytes back then. Now they're making models with 124 gigs, or was it like, yeah, it was like 128 or some shit, and 240, and then 520 gigs for their Pro models. And obviously that comes because of the higher rates of memory because of the pictures and shit like that. So here. All right, guys, so that's literally it for every single signal that I've been able to give out for today, at least for the daily signals. US 30 is looking like it's making a little bit of a recovery, right? Wanting to maybe go up and touch that stop loss. I would kind of modify the stop loss a little bit, but as we can see, it did go up from the sell limits. Now at 12 p.m., it is showing new divergence, okay? So kind of exactly what I was planning out, that I already told you earlier on in the video today. We were going to see 3 things back when this looked like this, right? I said, and again, you could even rewind the stream and kind of see, did he actually say it? Did he not say it? You know what I mean? Like, whatever, bro. It was either going to go up and then show new divergence, but stay below our point of interest. So this is still valid. These sell limits are still valid, guys. As long as price does not go up and go higher than this price point at 80 on the RSI, okay, as long as it doesn't go higher than 80, then we're good. It's going to show new divergence, and we're going to then draw a new trend line, wait for it to break, and then sell to the downside, and that's what's going to happen, okay? So right now, what did we see happen? Whoop, let me delete this. Right now, what we saw happen was that it went back up to the upside, shows divergence, and it's creating lower highs. Now let's just wait for the sell back to the downside. Honestly, just hold the trades in. I still see it selling back to the downside. If you want, you could modify the stop loss or just kind of leave it ahead. But do keep into your mind that this will sell back down to the downside. That's what I see happening from now on to the future. All right, kind of literally pop through the SL right here. But again, guys, I still see it selling back to the downside with time. I guess the news kind of affected a little bit and kind of pushed it to the upside, making that pump fake because we were waiting for it to hit target profit area. Earlier on today at 7 in the morning, all right, which is when we start these sessions, at 7 over here, you can see how it showed divergence right here from 650 all the way down to 824, gave us entries, went up 130 pips, 150 on one of the entries, right? And our advanced entry went up around 180 pips. So TP6 and 7 were smacked. Then we had the sell back down. These sells had already happened, okay? Because as we can see, it did already hit 80 pips. From when we sold it, it went back up. Then it went back down around 25 pips. But there was one entry here that touched with the market execution around 75 pips. It went up and touched again and then dropped around 90 pips and went back up and then just dropped 22 pips. And now it's just showing its own divergence. Again, this is a lower high. So I'm still anticipating, even though it's kind of having these, to go ahead and sell back down to the downside. But in the future, I would want to see this pushing back to the upside, okay, and then having this call over here. This call I've been waiting for. This is kind of like just a daily thing, okay? This is just like for September 15 on the 1 minute time frame since we're scalping. But since we're on the 1 hour, this is what I've been wanting to see it happen, okay? It's been showing divergence all the way through. Look at the higher low, higher low, higher low, and higher lows. Even though it's wanting to dip more, it's just literally been climbing to the upside, right? But climbing to the downside on the actual chart, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want to see happen, guys. Okay? It's not that it's not perfect. It is literally effing perfect, okay? Once this goes ahead and starts to climb back up, let's say maybe Thursday, maybe Friday, so tomorrow and or Friday, we would want to change these into buy stops for you to be able to literally take these entries and fly with them to the sky, because these things will be taking off to the sky. Why do we see that? Okay, let's go ahead and kind of zoom this in. Do you see this gap right here? Market left up a gap in this area and just literally dumped to the downside and died because of unemployment. Unemployment, when did it stop? All right, so unemployment stopped. And we are going to look at that stock, my brother. Give me just 1 second. Dude, I hate Microsoft Bing so much. I don't even know. I have to change like my website type, like my web browser preference, because Bing is just garbage. I'd rather DuckDuckGo at the very least. All right, so the end date for federal unemployment benefits are ending on September 6th. All right, so what the fuck happened to US 30 on September 6th? All right, so US 30 September 5, keeping this little bullshit happening, right? And then what happened? September 6th came around, right? Literally, look, September 5, September 6th, US session started and just fucking died. It's been dying and dying and dying and dying and dying. Now it hasn't crashed, has not crashed yet, right? But let's see if they go ahead and give some stimulus packages, some stimmies, what the fuck they're going to do. Are they going to extend unemployment? Are they going to bring a new unemployment plan? Are they going to bring stimulus packages? Or what the fuck they're going to do to kind of continue to push the momentum of the financial market to the upside, since this was literally making so much money off unemployment, the people making money off unemployment, and then people spending their money from unemployment, not saving it because they thought unemployment's going to last forever. And you know what I mean? Like, you're kind of done for that. But the companies overall, the top 30 companies in the United States was making so much money during the COVID pandemic, just applying for PPP loans, private loans. You know what I mean? Not only that, but also just making a killer whopping off just climate control because of the coffee beans, because of, you know, the cars stopping, the manufacturing, because of chips going haywire. That just made just a fuck ton of money. So I still see it completing to the upside, right? And filling in this gap that happened when unemployment stopped in September 6th. And these buy stops are still very much active. One of the buy stops will give you 530 pips. The next one will give you 350 pips. And the buy stop snacks are, once you're in profit with these going up, let's say once you're in profit 300 pips, and once you're in profit with this, go ahead and put higher lot size. Let's say you put 0.01, 0.01, 0.02, 0.02, 0.02, because we would have a clear understanding that this would continue to the upside, and then you would go ahead and hit 360 pips, right? 200 pips and 100 pips. So that's what I have right now. The fifth day stop. Awesome. So I didn't really know that, but now I know. Hold on, guys. I had a call. Give me just 1 second while I answer this call. All right, guys, I am back. Thank you so much. I really had to take that call. Something important that came up. All right, team. So, further questions, right? Fifth day stop, awesome. Madeira J, I went ahead and showed you the support indicator twice. Honestly, I'm pretty sure you're just wanting to get that support indicator and everything else that I have going on for free. But, it is what it is. I can show it to you, for like some seconds, but I'm not going to give you, the source code for it and everything else. Like, I've modified this to my liking. You're not going to find these numbers or these mods anywhere else. This all came from my dome. The strategy, the indicators, the way I use them, the why I use them, every single thing that you see me do or say, it comes from my head personally. I don't go and like have mentors and like learn from them and then teach you guys and then charge you guys, but I actually have someone else. It doesn't work out that way. I am the mentor. I am the guy. I bring in the information. I'm the one displaying everything. I'm the one thinking about everything. I'm the one creating everything. So that's kind of why it is what it is, right? But yeah, Madeira J, that is the support indicator, my friend. Support and resistance levels with breaks. If you can find the same one on the free, public thing, that's amazing. I kind of have the source code for it, which means what? Basically, when you go up here, right, and you go to Pine Editor, then once you get the script for it, right, let's say like some, like, blah, 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 right, and then blah, 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 blah. So it looks something like this, right? I have the script for it because I paid around like $900 for it off this one folk from the Eastern Hemisphere that made it for me, and yeah, I hired him off Fiverr, and then he gave me a support and resistance fractal indicator, which then I had to tweak with the numbers, as you can see, and then now I have it literally working for me to perfection, which is why, yeah, it just cuts a lot of time. I don't have to be like, oh, this is the last level of resistance, or this is the last level of support. I'm just able to just hop on, trade, and literally get straight through it, okay? Which is great. I am new in Forex. What pairs to start with anyone? Thanks. So Andy Exxon 31, I had kind of given you, on the comment section that answer. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to verbally say it, but now I am. Basically, if you're a newbie trader, someone that's just starting, I would definitely trade the dollar. Dixie is the dollar. DXY is the, what's that called? The ticker name for it, but it is the dollar, the US dollar, okay? Then, if the dollar is buying, if it's going up, the pair Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP USD, and NZD USD will be selling. So if the dollar goes up, those four other pairs go down. If the dollar is selling, then those other four pairs go up. So that's the easiest way that you can literally dominate the markets is, okay, what is the dollar going to do? What do I feel that the dollar is going to do? The dollar is going to sell? All right, then all I have to do, literally, you don't even have to do the analysis on the other pair. Just buy the other pairs. It's pretty straightforward. The pair that shows the highest correlation between the both is absolutely the dollar and EU. They're literally tied to the hip. Dollar sells, EU goes up. Dollar goes up, EU goes down. Immediately and without fail. So that's my highest type of guidance for you. I hope that works out for you, Andy Exxon. Please do give me a follow here on TradingView. I will be live trading tomorrow, Thursday, and as well Friday on the indices. And I am going to try and kind of snake through it and also trade some cryptos. Let's go ahead and look at this real quick. All right, so it did go ahead and buy up a little bit higher. So it's going to kind of do its own thing and then maybe sell back to the downside. We're just going to have to wait. Fortunately enough for us, these were the two moves that did happen already. And then now this one that's forming again. This trade idea was, I guess, invalidated because it did go ahead and push up higher than before. The trade idea only went up about 80 pips and now reversed back to the upside. Now it'll have another reversal and then sell back to the downside. That is what I am seeing happen. Okay, so till that happens, that's what we see happen. Thank you so much. Absolutely, Andy X on. Again, right now, if I can give you some daily signals for the dollar and EU, right? So we have the dollar selling on the daily time frame. So under the daily time frame, we're anticipating the dollar to fall because of divergence has been shown. This is your entry at 92,650. This is your advanced entry at 93,350. So two sell limits. All right. Now, if you don't know what a sell limit, sell stop, buy limit, or market execution is, just Google it. Just Google it, bro. You know what I mean? Just read it. What is buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, or what is buy limit, buy stop on YouTube? And you'll get like a 4 or 5 minute video. Super easy. That is like super easy information for you to understand what type of orders those are, because those are different orders, okay? So the dollar is going to be selling pretty soon, all right? We do see it, as you see my white squiggly, coming back into the advanced entry and then just literally dumping from there, which means that EU is buying and AU is buying. Right, let me switch these around. So if the dollar is selling, EU is going to buy. Do you see the divergence down here? So divergence meaning that basically this is showing low points in the market, but higher points moving up. So lowest low, higher low, but lowest low, lower low. So it's just literally going this way while the RSI is going this way, which is divergence. We then draw a trend line, we wait for the breakout, we put the advanced entry, and then we let it ride. So right now, we are seeing the dollar want to push to the downside and EU push to the upside, okay? Which would mean that AU, GU, and NU is also pushing to the upside, which is why I give you that great recommendation that if the dollar is selling, then the other pairs will be buying, okay? Besides this, we will be trading the indices tomorrow in the morning under a 1 minute time frame, so we will be scalping them. And I did want to scalp as well, perhaps Ethereum. Ethereum today on the 1 minute time frame. Let's go ahead and look at it. Let's see if it gave up any entries or not. From 7 and beyond. All right, let's see it. So it kind of had a little bit of a sell, but it ended up buying, okay? It ended up buying. It didn't really give us a signal. Look at Ethereum Classic from 7 and beyond, September 15. No, it also didn't give us a signal. Okay. So there goes Ethereum, basically. Let's look at Litecoin or Link. 7 in the morning. Did it give us another buy? Nope. Link. Not really. All right. Well, unfortunately, Ethereum did not give us a buy entry on the 1 minute time frame. Let's see if it gave it to us yesterday, September 14. So September 14, this was the morning, all right? Let's see, so did it show divergence right here at 10 in the morning on September 14, yesterday? We would have started at around September 14, 7 in the morning. We would have seen this go down, show divergence, come up, buy it, then show divergence again for another buy, and look at it literally taking off to the upside. So that would have been great. Let's look at September 13, which would have been Monday. All right, so this would have been Monday, September 13, 7 in the morning, comes up, boom, comes back down, then finally shows divergence. Do you see the divergence? Lowest low, higher low, lowest low, lower low. Opposites equal divergence. Very easy, guys, I'm telling you. So Ethereum did give us an entry from the last level of resistance, draw a trend line on the red candle. So green followed by red, trend line's too tight. Green followed by red, trend line's still too tight. Green followed by red, trend line's just right. You see how I'm not piercing through the candles? I'm not going like this through these candles. Perfect. So right here would be the buy. All right, let me not move that because I don't know where that is. So the buy limit would have happened here. All right, look at it taking off to the upside. What a fire signal, right? 3,200, 3,177 all the way to 3,500. That's around 400 pips. So literally from Monday to Wednesday. So guys, it is very beneficial as well. You can also trade Ethereum on a 1-minute time frame. I would kind of be looking for what it's going to want to do on the higher time frame. So I did see that it wanted to continue to buy. So I'd be looking for buys on the 1-minute time frame. And that's what we'd be doing. All right. That kind of wraps up this session for today. Please go ahead and look at the streams if you need a little bit more information. I do have previous streams as well. Please stay tuned. Give me a follow. Follow me on the Telegram, okay? Just before you guys leave, head on over to jacobnet.com. I'll go ahead and write it here, jacobnet. Oh, sorry, it's not .com like that. So jacobnet, that is what you need to type in, followed by .com, all right? So .com, jacobnet.com. Go ahead and go on to my webpage. This is my website. This is me before the mustache, right? This explains what we do on the premium. This is what we do just overall, all right? Focus on educating students how Forex works, blah, 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 blah. We do the live trading sessions. We have a Telegram group. We do one-to-one mentorships, okay? That's provided on the premium. What we offer, market analysis, the live streams, and as well Telegram ideas, paid membership, right? Get access to videos, live trade, one-on-one Zoom calls, unique custom build strategy, which only I have. And it works for Forex, indices, crypto, stocks, metals, and exotics, VIP signals, about me, yada, yada, right? Now, when you go up, join us on Telegram. That's where you're going to want to click. After you click join us on Telegram, it's gonna shift you to a new tab, which is gonna look exactly like this, okay? And then JacobNets FX free community. Go ahead and join the group, and that's how you'll be able to join the free Telegram community that I do have going on. Guys, stay tuned. Tomorrow I will be getting on live from 7 to 7:30 in the morning, and then I'll be ending the live call around 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will be trading indices. And if we see a gold trade, we will be taking that as well, and some crypto trades, all right? Thank you so much. This has been your boy iJackPips/JacobNet. It's been a pleasure and honor. If you have any questions, please DM me and feel free to ask me on the free Telegram chat. Peace out, guys. Much love.